Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
Nicki Minaj is crashing out again.
Hi everyone, Wowthany Y Tano here, the internet's busiest music nerd. I hope you're doing well, and we have to talk about one of mainstream music's biggest stars just burning out for no reason whatsoever, seemingly. Of course, I'm talking about the one, the only lyricist extraordinaire, hip hop game changer, Nicki Minaj, who we have covered here and there recently on this channel, though the times in which I find myself talking about Nicki Minaj, unfortunately, it's not usually for something good. In fact, the last time I think she was kicking up this much attention was in the midst of her beef with Megan Thee Stallion, where for the most part, Nicki was her own worst enemy in that beef, dropping an absolutely piss poor reply to Megan that, frankly, was beneath someone of her lyrical ability and history. And now it.
Nah, I felt Bigfoot was pretty good.
The thing is, people were offended because she was talking about Meg's dead mom.
As I said in that reaction, anything goes in a diss. I felt Bigfoot was a good diss. I guess I'm in the minority.
Nicki is beefing once again. Nicki has been on a bit of a multi-day, multi-week tear on social media as of late, and it's kind of gotten to the point where even some of her fans and her followers are getting like a little sick and tired of seeing it. Like this person over here, to which Nicki throws out an unhinged reply, which the actions she.
What about a woman allegedly putting the listening device and cameras in her adult daughter's bedroom, watching her have sex with her husband? Would that be considered mental illness?
First,
What?
I think this is Farah, the one who was on Team Mom. You probably don't know her.
I don't.
Cause it's a verified page, and it looked like Farah Abrams from Teen Mom.
Listen, that's a clapback. That's a good
The
clapback.
things that she's saying, she didn't lie.
Damn.
She didn't lie.
I mean, that's a good clapback.
That's why you shouldn't be clapping at people that could clap back.
Yeah. Because initially I thought she brought something random, but if the
No.
person did that, oof.
Nicki throws out an unhinged reply, which the actions she's describing here are pretty damning allegations. But like finding exact context for what she's talking about here and what the root of the many gripes she is voicing on social media as of late, it's difficult because the breadcrumbs are just scattered, and no matter how many times I see her tweet and no matter how many times I see Barb's like just basically buying into everything that she's saying with no question whatsoever, it doesn't help me understand anything she's saying better. It also doesn't help that her feed is also clogged with like, celebrating old songs she's done, doing well, and then going after an entertainment journalist and retweeting somebody who says that she should hit this journalist with a defamation suit. But the drama behind many of the headlines generated around Nicki's Twitter account for the past 24 hours seems to start here, where she's talking about a man from TD.
Y'all remember that man from TDE who kept bullying me on Twitter for no reason? We have the receipts. I never even responded. What was his name again, y'all? I'm going to give him a nickname. I'm gonna call him minus 30 million from now on. I don't understand this tweet.
DE Top Dog Entertainment. What was his name again? I'm going to give him a nickname. I'm gonna call him minus 30 million from now on. And then in less than an hour, she actually ends up tweeting a photo.
Me after I suck some good zik. What is zik?
Move Z Buddy.
Oh. Okay. Okay, great. What the final man? Accessible line. Okay, yeah, whatever.
Punch from TE saying, me after I suck some good zik, guarantee you wouldn't fight a man, maybe referring to his name. We have every tweet of your incessant bullying, lying, and more. Your name was added to that list, shitty drawers. Same thing that makes you laugh will make you shit. She doesn't really seem to be posting whatever those receipts are in the replies, and the replies that are here are kind of
this crashing out kind of gives me Kanye a little bit. I mean, Kanye went like deep dark, but this is kind of like, I mean, similar idea, I guess.
That people have been saying that, but people also have been saying, is there a reason? Does she have a reason? Is it valid? Does she has a truth behind why she feels to crash out like this.
I mean, I'm sure Kanye had a reason too. So
But he's like confirmed that he has mental
Right.
issues.
true.
She's unconfirmed to have any issues. Some people say that she may be abusing or maybe not in a good state of mind, but that has not been confirmed.
Filled with people who don't really know what the heck she's talking about. I don't know. I follow music news and musicians on social media pretty closely as a job. If somebody of Punch's visibility and influence was just publicly hopping on Twitter to bully Nicki Minaj in front of the entire world, which if he did, he'd have to be stupid. But if he in fact did that, you would kind of think that like people would catch wind of that. That wouldn't be something that would just fly under the radar because
Or maybe it was
a musical
something like sly that she understood as that's coming for her and
Yeah,
the
hit dog holla.
outsiders. Yeah, because to me, what you have to think about, is it rational for her to come at these people randomly if there's nothing behind it? Like, even
There has
if
to be something.
it's invalid, there must be something
I
behind
agree.
it.
There has to be something. Yeah, it's just not just random.
Yeah.
label exec bullying one of the biggest rappers on the planet on Twitter. That's not something that tends to just get swept under the rug. She goes on to tweet tiny dick executive. Then she goes on to say, so glad I have proof of being bullied and being lied on by a man publicly on a platform I use for my job. After I rejected his business proposition on more than one occasion, he failed to disclose to the public that I had rejected his business propositions, which, like, if that is in fact the case, why would you disclose that? I mean, as somebody who also is on social media as a job and is an influencer and a content creator, I am approached with,
Yeah.
and sometimes
I guess her like crashing out like that. It is kind of classic Nicki though. She did that with Meg Thee Stallion. She went on the same rants, so shouldn't like.
This is not classic Nicki though.
I feel like that she did that with Meg, so that's kind of her
Yeah,
thing.
but that was with Meg.
Yeah, now
before
she's doing the
Meg.
same thing. So it's like,
No, this is like recent. Like, this is not like how it was like in 2010s, 2012. Because she's been the one they've been saying that about. Like, for example, Little Kim, the beef with Remy. They were coming for her, and there was like a legitimate beef back and forth. But this kind of seems like it's coming out of left field, unless there's like subs that are becoming too big, and she's letting it out. Like, you can only hit someone for so long.
approach other people with business propositions all the time, and a lot of them don't work out or don't go anywhere. And it's not like every single time one of them doesn't pan out, I go onto social media to alert the world. That's not a normal behavior. And then she says, and thereby acted in what appears to be retaliation purposefully used to cause financial damages and to engage in a smear campaign against the brand. Now, like I said, there were a lot of people who are kind of confused
I
and
think
wondering
now it's
why
because
exactly Nicki would
something is hitting her money hard. Because why else would you be mad like this? Something's hitting your money. Someone's blocking your bag.
it has to be right.
blow up at Punch like this out of the
Either money or ego.
blue. And there are at least some fans theorizing right now that this may be sort of like a miscommunication, a misunderstanding over this tweet right here, which was dropped on July 15th yesterday, where Punch
Oh, there
says
you go.
broken Barbies, which maybe if you're Nicki Minaj or a hardcore Nicki fan who, really identifies with the Barb's brand, you may take that potentially as a shot. But this tweet is actually the title of a new song from a new artist that just got
Every production line is powered by pros. The part we play,
Hold up.
equipping them with the
Okay.
products and
We
pro
might be
support
getting
to
to
succeed.
something here.
signed to TDE. The song itself, Broken Barbies, does not seem to be in reference to Nicki Minaj in any way. In fact, the reference points to Barbies on the track mostly have to do with this artist's adolescence and not having, Ken dolls.
Maybe she misunderstood the tweet.
Yeah.
Maybe because I mean honestly.
But no, she sounds like she had problems with this guy.
Yeah. Definitely there was beef with him. She had beef with him from earlier, seems like it, because she has the receipts, whatever. So there was something, and she saw that tweet, Broken Barbies. And I ain't gonna lie. Initially, when I saw Broken Barbies, without knowing this, I thought it was about Nicki, considering she already had like some sort of relationship with him. Now seeing this, okay, this is the song. It has nothing to do with Nicki, but once she convinced herself that it has to do with this, that's about me, it's kind of hard to unconvince.
But then she should have listened to the song, because obviously
She
the song
should've,
was about her
yeah,
not
but,
having Barbies or Ken dolls when she was a kid.
growing up, so they would have their Barbies have sexual relations or relationships with each other instead. And obviously going deeper into that, there's themes in the track of, youth and growing up and so on and so forth. It's kind of a dark and moody cut too. There doesn't seem to be anything in it that is meant to like attack Nicki Minaj. And if there is, it's like so subtle and so quiet and so faint, so almost non-existent that it's barely even...
but Nicki is not known to really like apologize, to come out and say, oh, my bad, it's not, I misunderstood. That's not Nicki. Nicki never has done that, not to my knowledge. So I don't, there's no way she would come down and apologize. Oh yeah, I misunderstood this, that wasn't about me, my bad, punch. She ain't gonna do that.
Circle around and say that you were trying to diss me in some sort of way.
There. Now, Punch doesn't seem to have engaged in this beef too directly because, even if there is validity to what Nicki is saying, once more, he would have to be insane. The barbs most likely would tear him limb from limb. So of course, that lack of heat coming back Nicki's way, the inability to stoke the flames and make things worse and more intense, that opportunity just wasn't there. So Nicki had to find other ways to up the ante, and now as a result, she decided to just go at SZA out of nowhere. I guess because SZA was tweeting some woo-woo Mercury retrograde shit, which I mean kind of tracks for her. That kind of seems like her vibe. But yeah, didn't mention Nicki. Didn't point directly at Nicki in this instance. Could have been tweeting idly, we don't know. But still, Nicki decided to quote tweet this and say, "Go draw your freckles back on Buki. Liar, liar, pants on fire, sounding like a fucking dead dog. Holy Christ." It's not like Nicki has ever done anything to her looks or her body to, make it look a certain way or appeal a certain way.
Like off-putting for her to do that in the first place, because she's been open about having plastic surgery.
I don't understand that tweet. Go draw your freckles back on Bookie.
Because
she removed freckles off her face?
I don't know. I remember SZA, she had freckles on her face at one point because she used to have one on her lip, but that one has gone away. I don't know if she draws it on, if that's on her face naturally, but the thing is why does it matter? It's so irrelevant to talk about someone's looks
to fans. So why is she being critical of artists for doing things to their bodies or the way that they look to do whatever they decide to do? Who cares? It's your business. Yeah. It just seems like the call is coming from inside the house. Yeah. Bitch looking and sounding like she got stung by a fucking bee ... draws on my fake freckles. Body shaming SZA as well, which okay, nice. And then here she is tweeting like she's taking a victory lap as if she's just beaten Punch and SZA into the ground, and yeah, speak on me or about me at your own risk. But again, so many people are coming away from this being like, what did SZA say to you? What is this coming from? Here she is tweeting about what she sees as SZA's lack of success. Oh, and this is maybe the funniest part. Bitch put out a whole new album as a deluxe to an already existing album that was out for a year or two, so the original album could break records. What in the insecure lack of morals and integrity are you doing? I thought she was a real artist, girl, bye. Nicki has Pink Friday, and then she has the Pink Friday Reloaded album. Recently she did Pink Friday 2.
I'm sandwiched between the two generations. I'm helping to give caregiver responsibilities to my dad.
Why are you attacking other artists for things that you do? Okay, now she's seemingly exposing old, unflattering SZA tweets, but I'm not even sure if this is verified. Could be, could not be. I don't know. Nicki even thought it important to retweet some research that went into seeing whether or not Mercury is in fact in a retrograde period, as if it's not just a saying, and it doesn't really.
Hear that saying.
Well. But it is saying Mercury will for July 17th, so SZA is just warning that we are entering Mercury retrograde. I mean, this is July 5th, so she literally 2 days in advance, she's tweeting, we're about to enter that period, be aware or whatever. How is that you played yourself?
I don't think she read it that far. She just took what she needed to
literally,
see.
The second sentence just starts from...
Yeah. I don't think she reads all the receipts well.
As if it's not just a saying, and it doesn't really matter. She just keeps tweeting about her. She cannot stop tweeting about her. This is insane. And while there are many situations in which I may have given Nicki the benefit
in Hawaii, in a peaceful home.
Waikiki?
a peaceful place on her own. I don't think you want to deal with anything like this.
Bit of the doubt in terms of maybe her having some past experiences or inside information about certain people in the industry messing with her or not liking her, be they or be they not from the TDE camp. But keep in mind, this is the same person who dropped that awful diss track toward Megan Thee Stallion, which was also backloaded with tons of threats. Nicki saying she's going to expose Megan and she's got the receipts and she's going to share them with the world.
That Nicki Minaj, she wanted to have a collab with SZA and it didn't go through. I wonder when was the timing of this request for this collab, if she already had came out with Bigfoot, because maybe people would be hesitant to want to do a collab with someone who just came out with a really harsh diss, because it kind of means that you support them in a way, the same way as how they say with SZA and Kendrick Lamar, because SZA and Drake, they're really good friends and co-workers too as well. But when people saw that, she went to go do a whole tour with Kendrick Lamar, they're saying, oh, she took Kendrick's side, essentially, but it was business.
You are right. If she was trying to collab with SZA post Megan beef, it would have looked like Megan, SZA is taking sides. Because at that point, the beef just happened. If you collab with this artist, you're taking a side. That's definitely how the optics sort of looked. So that does make sense.
And this, that, and the third, and da-da-da-da-da. And none of that came to be. So, I mean, excuse me if at this point, when Nicki says, oh, I have receipts that all these people hate me and have been hating me all this time, yeah, now I'm skeptical. Because historically, you say you have the receipts for certain things and then you don't show them. You just claim you have them and then hope that your most rabid fans are going to latch on to your claims and just accept them as truth because you said them. And this just is such a prime example of how terrible social media can be, not just for the mental health of your average person, but an artist who manages to build a fan base that operates nearly like a cult and will basically validate and accept almost anything that you tell them, which if you're a certain type of person, that could give you pretty quickly a bit of a God complex where you feel like you can say and do just about anything with little to no repercussions because, hey, no matter.
I feel like Nicki Minaj just feel like she can say whatever she wants because she has a long career, a successful career that, she can treat people any kind of way, call them out any kind of way, and there's no repercussions. I think she's learning the hard way that no, people don't like that. People don't like a mean person because right now this is bullying.
What happens, those hardcores that love and accept everything that you say, they're going to be there.
Remember,
and while in the past it has been,
she do a post about retrograde and you want to come and attack her.
Been, cool that the Barbs have been there to back up Nicki and support her through some legitimately rough patches and tough times in her career. Now she's just going out there and picking petty fights with industry people and huge fellow artists who most likely would have a lot of goodwill toward her in any other scenario. But yeah, this is weird. This is odd, and this is super unflattering. And for Nicki's sake, I'm just praying that this does not go anywhere into the booth. Let me know what you guys think about.
Yeah, this is hard for me as a Nicki fan. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on here.
Like if she puts in some music, okay, that's one thing, and that's what you're supposed to do. But this tweeting, calling people out on Twitter.
Yeah, this is giving Kanye 2.0 to me. I don't like this.
Can I see the comments?
I don't like this. I hope she stops doing it, goes back to live her life. I honestly, know what I feel? I feel like all of this is because she lost her father. She's not in the right mind. I think it's really taking a toll on her. You either sting stupid hoe or live long enough to see yourself become the stupid hoe. Is Nicki Minaj the same that harassed and intimidated a woman who accused her partner of SA? I'm not sure, is this a serious tweet or like being comical? Nicki and all the bars are so mean-spirited and hateful. It's kind of, okay, that's every fan base.
Yeah.
That's not unique to the barbs.
Well, guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord, and as always, share as much kindness as possible.